I've torn two ACLs, one playing basketball when I was like a freshman in high school, and another playing soccer when I was older. And one thing people don't tell you when you have a season ending injury, particularly mine were both ACLs, one right, one left, is that there are 5 stages in the experience of a season ending injury as an athlete. Here's how you can approach it: one, as an athlete, and two, as a supporter of an athlete going through this process. The first stage is the injury. There are so many things that are going through your mind, like the disbelief that it happened, the like fogginess and confusion around your day-to-day life drastically changing and being able to participate in the sport, and the uncertainty of how you're going to move forward with it and stay connected to it. And so that's the first stage. The second stage comes on pretty quickly because it's like, okay, now that I have this injury and I need to have surgery, okay, what do I do between now and then? Sometimes you can go straight into surgery, but oftentimes, depending on the type of doctor and specialist you need, it may take you a while to find the right specialist. You might want to get second opinions because you're trying to navigate, okay, I'm on a certain timetable, I have certain goals. Is this in fact really what's going on? Do I have something that I can just patch up, or is it something that's going to be a longer road to recovery type injury? And then there's also scheduling, right? Because surgeons, they get booked up. And so there's this whole process of, are you doing prehab, all of the anxiety and questions and things around that, and just in general about the surgery, like getting your mind right for that and getting prepared for that. And then sometimes like random things like insurance will pop up like the day before your surgery or the week of your surgery, like people asking you for like money. And although maybe you're like a younger person not having to navigate those things, there's a whole bunch of stuff around it with people who are handling that for you, or you yourself if you're older, that like kind of will alter your approach and your mood and your experience even going into the surgery. After you have the surgery, it's like you have hit like the very bottom. You're at the point of the first steps of recovery because you've actually fixed the matter, but you are at your weakest point because what? You're drugged up, you're trying to navigate not being able to do things on your own, even more so, and you are just kind of in a place where you have to be still, you're in a lot of pain, and so there's a lot of frustration and just anxiety and emotions around that. And so that's the third phase. The fourth phase is when you get to start rehab, physical therapy. You recognizing you do not have the capabilities, even more so than what you had even when you were injured. Just the act of being able to pick up your leg, the act of bending, if you can bend, all of the ways you have to be careful in navigating your treatment in order to get better and stronger every day. Then the fifth stage of it is when you're cleared to play. It's like, wow, I've made it on the other side of it. But then you have to face the fact that you're going back onto the field, you're going back onto the court, and will this happen to me again? There are all of these anxieties that previously we used to go out there and play. Maybe you didn't warm up as well. You are equipped with so much knowledge, so much of an understanding of the possibilities of what could happen that never used to enter into your mind. And so I think sometimes when people, or oftentimes when people's like, oh man, such and such had an injury, they're out for the season, there's that whole like, wow, they're disconnected from the team or they're disconnected from their sport. And people sometimes don't understand unless they've been in it, all of the different phases you have to navigate, or a person has to navigate. Even, when I tore my first ACL, I was not prepared for everything that I needed to do and the mindset that I need to be in. When it happened the second time, there was still so much disbelief, like I cannot believe this, but I approached it from a different perspective of, you know what, I have an opportunity to approach this differently. I know what happened the first time that I didn't know that I need to do. And the second time, you know what? I'm going to see this as an opportunity to tighten up on some things that I didn't do the first go round. I say all that to say, how can you support a person who's going through a season-ending injury and they're trying to navigate these different processes? Because the blanket of, hey, it's going to get better, Sometimes, like, how many times can you say that? I created a 5 pack greeting card set. Helps to support the person that you care about and love and want to support through this journey at every stage of those 5 different experiences. The injury, tough times don't last, tough players do. Surgery, getting in the mindset of surgery is where the healing and recovery begins. To after post surgery, healing is a process and you are certain to be victorious. And then the next one is therapy today, trophies tomorrow. That's right, making sure people are in the mindset of, you know what, you're getting better, faster, stronger every day. And then clear to play. This cute elephant, isn't it adorable? If you're interested in that card deck, make sure, or card pack, it's a 5 pack, make sure to check at the link at the top of my page. Otherwise, make sure to keep those 5 aspects of the injury journey in mind, because it's a lot of things that, athletes won't tell you that they're navigating. Sometimes if they're more open, maybe, but if you've had a life-ending injury, ACLs, fractures, things like that, they're pretty common in soccer, basketball, particularly, with female athletes. Non-contact tears, which both of mine. These are the things that people aren't talking about. These are all of the stages and feelings and emotions that people feel. And when you can understand that, you can understand the place that people are in and help them to navigate that in healthy ways.